What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of Kick's History of the Card, where I share with you probably about a 10-year span of business cards that I've created starting back from even before college. So I'm going to get right into it. This right here is not a business card, but is actually a pamphlet that I helped create when I interned at Reebok Footwear in Massachusetts. I did all the graphics, and it's a superhero type Superman graphic here. You could see we did it. I think we based it kind of off of like Running on Duncan when they were doing that kind of their graphic with the running person, but we just did the business suit guy going into the phone booth and then superhero. So the theme was design inspired by the superhero in all of us, and I thought that was kind of cool, especially because I was able to work on a lot of the graphics. So that was from 2007. Fast forward into 2007, 2008, my senior year at college at RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology. Here is the first ever business card that I created, and actually at the top you could see my name, which is actually a handwritten font that I vectorized in Adobe Illustrator. Now, a lot of my graphic design teachers were not huge fans of the handwritten style because they wanted you to just use a font, but I just, for some reason, really wanted to use my handwritten graphic on a card, so I just ended up doing that for my first ever card. So that you could see that's that card right there. This was done in 2008 before I graduated. Now, after graduating college, I started looking around for jobs, didn't really find too much, got really close on a few jobs, but didn't really land anything in 2009, 2010. And so I started just working on the side while also doing t-shirts, and that's when I created Kicks in 2008. It was April 2009. And for a couple years I just did Kicks on the side for fun, but was pulling in some money, but still had to kind of figure things out. And in 2011 I was given a call by a friend who said, I know this guy down in Solvay, New York, by the New York State Fairgrounds, who had a sign shop, and he said, you might want to go check out some of the equipment he has. I think you might be interested. So I went down and ended up talking with the guy, and ended up being able to work in their shop for at least a couple years. And here is the card that we created. It's a collab card. You could see Solvay signs, and then you have the Kicks on the other half. So there's that card. Now in the back we had a little coupon, which is always kind of cool. And believe it or not, a number of people use this. Coupons are good. It always keeps people coming back for more. So on top of that card, this was kind of another unique card. It's the t-shirt card. This is actually a pink sticker that I created. Actually, someone had recommended to me that I make the shirt pink so it stood out, and I had them made into stickers. So it's kind of cool. These were a little expensive, kind of a pain, but very, very unique. And actually I made this business card. I should find the shirts. I gotta have it somewhere. I actually made this an actual t-shirt, and I would wear it around, and it was really actually kind of cool. And this card, I believe I created in around 2011. Fast forward to around 2012, 2013, I was able to work with the Syracuse Crunch, and we collaborated on some silhouette player t-shirts for a couple years, thanks to a connection I had with Alicia Priest, who was a West Genesee alum, same with me. We both went to West Genesee High School way back. And here's the card that I created. It was a Bolt card with the Crunch logo and then Kicks custom logos. And you could see on the back, I highlighted one of the player shirts that we did. That was JT Brown. I believe he's still playing. I think he's in the NHL now. So that was from around 2014 or between 2013 and 2014. Fast forward to, I think it was like middle of 2014, I really started thinking, all right, I want to do some unique cards, and what does Kicks do that, is unique? And that starts from the beginning, which is the player silhouette, which you see a lot of them behind me. And so I figured, why not create a business card that featured a bunch of the logos that I've created. And so I started creating like these one-off cards where I would get 1,000 cards, and I would feature, usually I get cards printed every probably 6 months. So here is the first ever first and second edition business cards. So here's where we're really getting into it. And I'm going to share with you some of the, just highlight some of the people on the card that make the card extra unique. But there's a story behind all of these. So you could see the top is the first ever card that I had created, and then the second one is at the bottom. So we'll start with the top. If I look here at the top in the first row, definitely pulling out Nadia Diaz. She's up here, the blue baseball pitcher. She pitched within the Syracuse City Schools, but really got some press when she played in Little League and was hitting up some home runs, and she struck out a bunch of people. I think it was like, 16 to 17 batters, and she has, I believe, at least a ball and maybe a glove in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, which is pretty cool. Beyond that, I have a equestrian horse rider, which is pretty cool. I hadn't done much with horse riding, but that's Jess, and that was definitely pretty unique to the card. I'm looking up here. Another one I had is Theo. She's in the second row there. She was a goalie, and I believe she was from Massachusetts. So that was one of the first ever female hockey players slash goalies that logos that I had ever created. Another one is this girl right here in this top row. I think that's her name is Laura. She was from Marcellus. She was one of the first ever, I think, contest winners when I started doing the photo contest back in, I think it was 2014. Next to her, I have David Cucci in the yellow with the baseball, swinging the baseball bat. What's unique about him is he's a switch hitter, and he was from New Jersey. Started finding a lot of different people on Instagram, and he was one of the originals where we did a bunch. He played for the New Jersey Diamond Jacks, and we did like a whole team of shirts, that was phenomenal. Let's see. We have a good number of these kids are from West Genesee High School, where I went, and you'll see as we continue with a lot of these cards, the area starts to expand, whether it's in New York State to out of New York State, and all different U.S. states to now it's different countries. So let's see here if I can pick out anything else. We have down at the bottom here the orange swinger. That's Kobe Stenson, and he played at Liverpool and played for their baseball U. He's now playing at Siena College, I believe. A lot of these kids on the card are, either seniors in high school right now or in college, which is pretty cool. That's how far this dates back. We got a field hockey, some dance and karate. Got a little duo there, the first ever duo lacrosse, and those guys were from down in Maryland. If I look here at the second card at the bottom, it's pretty cool. I'm trying to pull here, have some couple people from Baldwinsville. There's Lily Wagurski. She's now in college. She was a little dancer. And let's see who else. There's my cousin. He's now in college as well at the top. He went to Marcellus. Next to him, that's Lilo Paxia. He's from also New Jersey, actually, same as David Cucci. And what's unique about him is I kind of gave him a few items, like sponsored him per se. And he could just hit a baseball a mile. Like he went down to, I think, the Power Showcase when he was around, I don't know, between 11, 12 years old, and was hitting home runs out of Miami Marlins Stadium. And he hit a ball, I don't know, 400, maybe 500 feet. It was crazy. He hit the backdrop of Miami Marlins Stadium where they had a bunch of light bulbs. And there's a video of it online. It was pretty cool. Blew my mind. Another horseback rider there, which was kind of cool. Let me see. I remember doing this. This kid, his name's Tucker Goodell. His cousin, he's got some cousins that live around in this area. Their mom used to buy a bunch of sports stuff from me for soccer, lacrosse. I believe, I was just looking because I follow a lot of these people still on Instagram. He's playing lacrosse, I think, at Villanova right now, which is kind of cool. We got the figure skater right in the middle there. That's Meredith James. She's in college right now, I think, at Clarkson. Her mom has gotten stuff from me like almost every year for either basketball or OCS, Onondaga Central, where she teaches. Very supportive. I'm looking here. Jacob, I think that's Jacob Buell. He went to ESM, and I think I know he's playing baseball now. I forget where in college, but he also played at Baseball U with Kobe Stenson. Let's see here. I think that's Justin Sinibaldi. He really liked the brand when he was younger, from New Jersey. He now, I think, plays at St. John's, I think, baseball. Got a wrestler there. Got some downhill skiers. And that's about it. Like, it's pretty cool. I try to mix up the sports, so there's a lot of different sports. You get a lot of and get a little bit of variety. So you could see there's a good number of variety on these cards and some cool history, unique history. Even looking back up here, I'll point that one out. That was Mia. She went to Baldwinsville, ran cross country, was pretty good. I think she just graduated from SUNY New Paltz. That's Nick Beauvais. He played football and golf. I believe he's at Lemoyne right now playing golf. It's just crazy. I can name a lot of these. There's Dan. There's his football logo. He's now at St. John Fisher. And I think he might have a year or so left. I think he's doing just football, but he played baseball as well. Now, on the back here, I'll highlight these. I always like to highlight a photo and a logo, and then the actual photo of the person wearing it, or just the photograph of the item, just so people can kind of just see what makes Kicks unique, from taking the photo to the logo to the actual product. So there's 16 cards currently. And these are the first two. And the first one at the top here highlighted is that's Lexi Quinn, and that was for figure skating, for synchro. That was her logo. And then the second highlighted card, that's David Cucci again, highlighted from New Jersey, who's the switch hitter. So I thought that was kind of cool. And yeah, guys, that's it for episode 1. Now, I'm going to do a little giveaway right now. And what's going to be included in this giveaway is I'm going to give away both these cards, one-offs, and I'm going to sign them to for the first people who send me a DM and request either of these cards. So I'm going to give away one card to one person and another card to another person. The first person who messages me. Now, not only are you going to get one of these cards, which there's probably only a few circulating right now in the world because I've made about 1,000 of them. I've already handed them all out, and who knows who's kept them or not. And I'm going to sign the card, and not only that, I'm going to make you a custom logo and custom shirt, and I will feature you on the 17th edition business card, which is going to be pretty cool. So yeah, that's it, guys. DM me to get these cards for a one-off, one of one signed card by me, and also you're going to get a t-shirt that's custom for you, and you're going to be featured on edition 17, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, thanks for joining in, and stay tuned in the next week or so, and we'll have episode number 2.